All right, make sure the sound is on, make sure you're ready, because in this video, we're gonna talk about some of the top highlights of how to become successful in high ticket sales. Now first, my name is Noah Mary. I'm an author, an investor, and an entrepreneur, and I taught more than 100,000 people from 156 different countries in the past 4 to 5 years. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the top secrets that I learned in my industry and in several other industries when it comes to high ticket sales and how you can use those principles to become one of the best high ticket closers. In fact, any minute now, my dear friend Mr. Torbati is going to be arriving at the office. Now, I want him to explain to you everything you need to know when it comes to high ticket sales, because not only was he nominated as one of the top entrepreneurs, not only did he make more than $40 million selling high-ticket products anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000, but his experience in high-ticket sales is exceptional. You want to go on the next level, you want to become an expert, you got to learn from the experts. So get ready for an exceptional experience. He's going to be here in a second now.
Hey guys, I know you've been waiting for a few minutes now, but I promise you by the end of this video, you're gonna realize that all this wait was worth it. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years in high ticket sales. Any program product I've ever sold has been anything more than $5,000 to $10,000 per client. We've closed at least 20,000 clients over the past 10 years, generated over $40 million in revenue for all of our companies combined. Now, I promise you, if you stick around for the entire video, at the end of the video, we're gonna reveal a gift to you. We're gonna give you a link that's gonna give you access to the secret sauce of closing high ticket sales every single day and teaching other people in your organization to do the exact same thing so you can actually earn thousands of dollars every single day, because that's the only way you can make $1 million in a month. Now, the reason why I want to share this information with you is because I've been a high ticket closer for the past 10 years and I've built teams and organizations that are doing the exact same thing. We've generated $40 million in sales over the past few years between all of our companies. Now, I promise you, if you stick around for the entire video, at the end of the video, we're gonna reveal a gift to you. We're gonna give you a link that's gonna give you access to the secret sauce of closing high ticket sales every single day and teaching other people in your organization to do the exact same thing so you can actually earn thousands of dollars every single day, because that's the only way you can make $1 million in a month. Now, if you're ready to get us started, let's get to it. So there's a few obstacles that people typically think about when it comes to high ticket closing. Now, a lot of people ask me what is considered a high ticket close. In my opinion, anything more than $5,000 that a client has to pay to you, whether for a product or a program or whatever item or tangible or intangible services, that's considered high ticket close. And that could go as high as $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. We've closed sales that are $50,000 in less than 30 minutes. So everything is possible, but there's a few obstacles that people typically think about that's considered limiting beliefs that stops them from actually growing their high ticket sales industry or program or the company that they have. So there's a few obstacles typically when it comes to high ticket items. People have these limiting beliefs about it being hard to sell high ticket items. It's hard to get leads for it. I don't know how to sell it. I don't know how to market it. Nobody wants to buy it. The very first obstacle that a lot of people think about in the high ticket sales industry is the number of leads. They think it's really difficult to bring in enough leads so you can actually sell the customers. Well, let me tell you, it's not difficult at all if you've got the right strategy. The problem is not the lack of resources, it's the lack of resourcefulness. A lot of people out there are trying to sell high ticket products and items, but they don't know how to get in the leads. And if they don't know how to get in the leads, and the way that the systems they're using is not scalable, they will always lack enough leads. Number two, They think it's really difficult to sell high-ticket items. Well, let me tell you, if somebody is willing to pay you $500 for a program or a course or a sale or a product, they're willing to pay you $5,000 as well. There's absolutely no difference between $500 and $5,000. There's one crucial mistake people make, however. When they want to sell an item that's $5,000, they try to sell it through sales funnels, they try to sell it online, and that will not work. In order for you to sell somebody a $5,000 program or a course or a product, you have to do that in person. If you can't do it in person physically, it has to be done on the phone. There has to be that human element, that personal interaction with the customer, and the opportunity for you to speak to the customer and overcome their objections. That's the only way you can sell high-ticket items or any sort of high-ticket sales upwards of $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000. But guess what? It's not difficult to get leads at all. As long as you have the right strategy to generate enough volume as well as the good quality of leads, you're gonna have an easy time closing those clients for high-ticket items. In one of my companies, we generate about 200 to 250 leads every single day. And at a 2% conversion ratio, each one of those leads turns into a $10,000 to $15,000 service that gets sold. So as long as you have the right leads, which means you have to have the right marketing strategy for it, it'll be easy to get enough leads. It's not that difficult. People are out there waiting to get your services, but you need to know how to find those people. So that's one thing that you're gonna have to learn. So the difference we're getting into is that if you're trying to sell an item for $5,000 or $10,000, that can only be done in person, physically, or over the phone, because like I said, that human element has to be there. Here's the difference. When you put an item in front of someone through the sales funnels for $5,000, if they don't like it or if they have any questions, what do? They close the window, they scroll down their Facebook like they were doing earlier. But if you're in front of somebody or on the phone, they feel more obligated to continue listening to you. So you have more opportunities to keep closing that customer. And if they have any questions, they can ask you that on the phone, which you can take that question and actually close them on the phone. So here's the thing, we're getting to the last point now. If you have to sell these high-ticket items in person or over the phone, you need to have the right sales system. If you don't have the proper system, step-by-step syntax that tells you exactly where to start, where to end, and how to close the customers, then how are you supposed to sell somebody? You can't freestyle it. You can't pick up the phone and hope for the best. You can't just write up any script and go through trial and error. We have gone through all that trial and error. I've done this for the past 10 years. I've fine-tuned the system. Now, number two, people think it's easy to sell high-ticket items online. Well, let me tell you that. You're not gonna be able to sell any high-ticket items above $5,000, $10,000 if you're trying to do it through sales funnels. You have to sell items at that price range, either in person physically or over the phone. Now, a lot of the services you're gonna be rendering to people, you might not be able to do it over in person. So it has to be done over the phone. So if you have to sell these items over the phone, then how do you sell that? The one secret sauce that you're gonna have to learn is the sales and the persuasion. You need to learn the art of selling your services and products that are high ticket, $5,000, $10,000 over the phone. And you need to learn how to overcome every single objection that the customers are going to have over the phone and the clients are gonna give you. If you learn the right system on how to market and how to generate leads, how to prospect these customers, how to qualify every single customer and make sure you're bringing qualified buyers into your funnel, if you learn the art of building a presentation properly, if you learn the art of closing these clients over the phone properly, if you learn how to overcome all their objections, answer all their questions, if you learn how to close them, how to get referrals from them, how to build teams, how to create multiple streams of income, that's the only way you're gonna make a ton of money with it. Otherwise, you're gonna be just wasting your time. And guess what? Instead of having to go through all this period of trial and error by yourself, you can make a very small investment, get the experience from somebody who's been doing it for the past 10 years. Through all of our companies, we've generated a minimum $40 million, and they're all high ticket sales. There's no items or services that are being rendered for less than $8,000 in any of our companies. So let me teach you how to get the right leads, how to sell these products properly over the phone and generate a lot of income for yourself. So now the one thing that every single person misses out on is that they are trying to sell people without knowing the art of sales and persuasion. So now here's the thing, the one single skill sets that every single high ticket closer has mastered is the art of sales and persuasion. When it comes to sales and persuasion, when you're getting in a sales setting with a client that you have to convince them to purchase a $5, $10, $15, $20,000 product from you, you need to know exactly how to prospect and market that client in the first place. You need to know exactly how to qualify that client before you waste your time or waste their time. You have to bring qualified buyers into your funnel. You need to know how to make the good first impression. You need to know exactly how to build your presentation for the client that answers all their questions. Once that's done, you need to know how to close that client. You try to close the client, they will give you some objections. You need to know how to overcome those objections and use those objections to sell them even more and convince them even more. After that, once you close a customer, you get the client to commit, you need to learn how to generate more referrals from the same client because that costs $0 in marketing. Once you generate referrals, you need to learn now how to leverage your experience to build teams that you can scale, that can replicate and duplicate the exact same thing you do. So if you by yourself can generate $1,000 a day, now you have a team of 10 people generating $10,000 a day. So that's the only way you can eventually get to building millions of dollars, not by yourself, by learning how to duplicate your systems. After that, you also have to learn what to do with the money that you've earned. So multiple streams of income. Where do you put your money? Which industry? How do you generate more income from your own money? Well, you're gonna learn that along the way, but leave that to the people who have experience. All you have to do is make a very small investment and get the experience from someone like us that's done it for the past 10 years. That's the only way you can compress decades into days. So now the last part is multiple streams of income. So you need to learn, once you have all the money and you've generated thousands of dollars through your business every day, you need to know how to generate multiple sources of income. Now you can take the information, you can go through trial and error periods for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and try to learn everything by yourself. That's gonna be very painful. You're gonna lose a lot of money. You might get very discouraged. Or you can work with an expert who's done it in the past. He's an expert in that domain specifically, and that way you can compress all the decades of experience into just a few days. Now let me show you something. I'm gonna show you how it looks like to work with an expert. Now, if you're ready to see what it looks like to work with an expert, you're gonna have to wait a few minutes because I gotta go get a haircut. My barber is in my office. I got no time to go to the barber shop, so I have to get haircuts in my office. So let me get my haircut. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Great, now that I have a fresh haircut and you also agreed that you want to work with an expert, it is actually your lucky day because I'm extremely happy to announce the new training program, which is the High Ticket Sales Accelerator program that is designed to only teach you how to sell items high ticket. Now, let me say this. The true beauty about the High Ticket Sales Accelerator program is that it is designed to expedite the process of you going from where you are today to becoming an expert and a domain expert in the field of high ticket sales. Now, the program itself includes a bunch of different topics, but it's basically broken down into two parts, which is the inner world of success, which is your mindset, that we make sure that it is setting you properly for success. And then we get to the outer world of success, which is your skill sets. And we teach you how you're supposed to be consolidating these two worlds together to get overwhelming and explosive results. Okay, so the first part of the course would be the inner world of success, which we typically divide it into 5 different parts, which would start with the state management. So in the state management, you're gonna learn how to control your emotions in the moment when you need it most. When it comes to high ticket sales, there is gonna be a lot of pressure, there's gonna be a lot of intense moments, up and downs between you and the client. You need to learn how to control those emotions and trigger the empowering emotions that are gonna help you the most. That course alone typically sells for about $197, but it's gonna be included in this course with the rest of the items. The second part would be the belief system. So we teach you the empowering beliefs you need and you are required to have in order to be successful. If you don't think you're gonna be a good salesperson, you're going to be a good high ticket sales closer, then there's absolutely no way for you to make money from any industry at all. So we teach you the right belief systems that you need to input into your brain, into your subconscious mind, to accelerate your success to the next level. That course alone is worth $297, and it's all included in our course today. So now the third one is called Vision versus Vision Focus. In that part, we're going to cover the goal setting systems, how to generate from your goals, generate your vision and your vision statements, and how to turn that into a vision focus and get yourself a roadmap to go from where you are today to where you want to be tomorrow. And that's not something you're going to learn in the books or any other course. This comes from 10, 12 years of experience in goal settings, in setting visions, and helping other people also achieve their vision and their vision focus. That course on its own, again, is worth $297 of value that's going to be included in this course for you today. And lastly, we're going to be talking about your standards and habits and the rituals of successful people who make millions of dollars. Success leaves clues. There are footprints that you have to follow if you want to be successful. So our job is very simple: to give you the system that every other successful person uses, the rituals and the habits that they do have that allows them to get to the point where they can actually generate millions of dollars and get extremely successful at closing high ticket sales. Now, the value of the last course alone is $297 again, which is going to be included in our course today. Now, the second part of success is the outer world of success. Once you have mastered the mindset between your ears, now you need the skill sets to go out there and start conducting business. Now, the very first topic you need to learn about the outer world of success is the rules of playing in the business game. If you don't know the rules of playing the game, you're going to get crushed. Just like any other sports, like basketball, like football, like baseball, there are rules to the business game as well. And the very first set of skills that you have to acquire is to know how to play the game by the rules. So that course alone is valued at $397, because without knowing the rules of business, you're going to continue wasting money on advertising, continue losing money on the wrong ads and the wrong products and the wrong systems, and that's going to cost you time and money. Now, the second topic in the outer world of success is the topic of marketing. You need to know how to market to the right clients to bring in all the qualified prospects to sell your products and services to. If you're not putting your products in front of the right prospect, or if your marketing channels are not working well enough to bring you enough leads, then again, you're just wasting time, you're wasting money. So in this course that's valued at $197 as well, we're going to teach you exactly what type of marketing you need to bring in high ticket clients. Now, the third part, which is the most important one, is the sales and persuasion. Let's say you've figured all of it out and you've got a client in front of you who's a perfect qualified buyer. If you don't know how to sell that client properly all the way from the beginning to the close where you make money, then obviously you're going to fail. Now, in that part itself, we're going to be including the prospecting as well as qualifying. So now that you bring the leads in, you have to make sure you have a proper system that qualifies those leads and make sure that those people are the ones not only have the money to buy your product, also they need to have your product. That course is priced at, again, $297 in value that you're going to be getting included in the course today. Now, the next thing that you're going to learn is how to build a presentation, how to close the customers, how to handle objections, and how to get referrals from these customers. These 4 steps are worth at least $497 in value in the course. And what we're going to give you is a perfect system, step-by-step process that teaches you exactly what you need to do to close every single client that's closable. And the last part, when it comes to the skill sets, is how to get referrals from clients, and eventually how do you leverage and to build teams and systems that now start bringing in revenue for your company. There's a very systematic approach to it that has to be efficient and has to be effective. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot of time. It'll be very painful, and it's going to cost you a lot of money for you to find the right way. What you will get in this course from us that's worth $297 in value is a perfect step-by-step process that teaches you how to build systems and leverage other people's time to generate revenue for yourself. And lastly, which is the fourth part of the outer world of success, you're going to learn what we call an MSI, which is multiple streams of income. Let's say you've mastered high ticket sales, you're bringing in a lot of money, you're generating revenue in the hundreds of thousands of dollars every single week or every single month. Now, what do you do with that money? Where do you invest it? Which industry do you put in? How do you make your money work for you? Which type of industry would you invest that money in that gives you the best return, has the lowest barrier to entry, has the least amount of competition? That course alone, we're going to introduce 5 different industries you can get into right away and start multiplying your income. That course is worth $597. We're including it today in the course that we're offering you. Now, let me ask you a simple question. If all this program ever did for you was to get you an extra high ticket sales every single month at $3,000 per sale, you'll be generating an extra $36,000 per year. Now, would you agree that that is a good program that could serve you? Now that you agree with me, let me ask you another question. Now, let's say you master the high ticket sales accelerator program and you're able to generate an extra sale every week, not every month, every week at $3,000. You know that you're looking at an extra $150,000 in revenue per year that you can generate by simply investing in a very simple course that compresses the decades of information into a single day or even a couple of days. Would you agree with me that is a good program that you needed? Not only if you were able to learn it yourself, but think about it. And imagine if you could teach this to other people working in your company and duplicate yourself in other representatives. Have 10 guys selling an additional course every single week. Did you know that you're looking at an extra $1.5 million in revenue you could generate by just teaching the exact turnkey system to other people in your company? Would you agree with me that the $1.5 million would change your life? So the total value of the program today is a little bit above $3,000. But for people just like yourself who are getting early access to the program, we're dropping that price right now to $97 only. Think about putting in $97 and getting an extra $36,000 bare minimum every single year from this investment. It gets even better. We're so confident in the ability of this program to prove results to you that we're offering right now money back guarantee. So if you take this program today and give it a shot, try it out. Over the next 30 days, if you don't generate at least one single high ticket sales item sale, we will give you all your money back, guaranteed, no questions asked. Does that sound fair to you? Okay, so here's the thing. I want to leave you with one final thought. You have absolutely nothing to lose and a lot to gain through this program. This investment is going to finally crack the code for you so you can start generating hundreds of thousands of dollars and stop wasting time, stop wasting leads, stop wasting clients, stop wasting your money on ads that don't work. Now, if you're ready to take that step and take the high ticket sales accelerator program, then go down, scroll down for more details today.